Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be trying to analyze and explain CSAT 2025 paper 2. First, you see quants, then after reasoning. So there are totally put together, we got 51 questions, out of which 33 questions came from quant, and the remaining 18 questions came from reasoning. In these 33 questions, most of the questions are dominated by number theory. Around 22 questions. And rest of the topics are like, there was one question from average, like two questions from percentages. There are no profit loss questions. There are two questions from time and distance. There are two questions from time and work. There are two questions from ratio and proportion. And there were miscellaneous questions, like one question from algebra and so on like that. So mostly in our quant part, properties of numbers are things related to number theory, be it a unit digit or questions related to reminders and factors that comes to in number theory. And questions in reasoning. There are questions from coding, series. We got around 3 questions from coding and 3 questions from series. There was one question from cube. There was one question from inequality. There was one question from mathematical operation. And there are a few questions from logical deduction and data sufficiency. So mostly reasoning part was a bit easy and moderate. And most of the tough questions are from number theory. And if you see the difficulty of the paper, I'm splitting it into easy, moderate, and difficult. There were 22 questions which are easy. There are 21 questions which are moderate. And there are 8 questions which are a little bit difficult. And most of the difficult questions are from number theory. So easy, there are some easy questions are also from number theory. Okay. So if you see a sufficient practice, then you can easily crack this paper. Overall I'll rate this paper as a moderate one. So what we'll be doing in this video is, first I'll give you the key. Then after we'll go through question by question explanation. So this is the key of all reasoning and quant questions. I'm excluding the reading comprehension part. This belongs to set A. So you can take a screenshot of it. If you see 1 to 40 questions, here D stands for difficult, E stands for easy, M stands for moderate. And this one is from calendars and series combined. NT stands for number theory and ratio proportions, percentages, cube, coding, percentage, number theory, inequality, number theory. So these are all from number theory and series. Number theory, again, series, time and distance, mathematical operation, time and distance, number theory. In the same manner, if you look at the other 40 questions, I've segregated into easy, medium, and difficult. So you can see all the 80 questions, out of which 51 questions are from quant and reasoning, and you can see each and every topic there and the level of difficulty. So what we try to do is, first we'll solve the easy questions. Okay, then we'll go for moderate. Then after we'll go for the difficult ones. Look at the easy question. Question number 8. What comes at x and y respectively in the following sequence? And they have given months. So I'm converting the months into numbers for our convenience. It is January 1, then after January, then 12, then 10, then x, then 3, then 10, then y, then after 9. I can see there is -0, which means just 0. It is -1 because I'm subtracting 1, so it goes to December. So I can take it as -2, then after -3. If you take -3, it will be 7. If you do -4, it will be 3. 3 minus 5 means it is -2. -2 means 12 minus 2, that is 10. So I'm supposed to do -6 here. So -6, if I do it, 10 minus 6 is 4. So x is 7, which is July. Y is 4, which is April. So answer is B for this. Look at the question from percentages. The price P of a commodity first increased by K%, then decreased by K%, and again increased by K%, and again decreased by K%. If it is increased by K%, you'll write it as 1 minus K by 100, or 1 plus K by 100, again 1 minus K by 100. Again increased, again decreased. Then it became Q. 1 plus K into 1 minus K is 1 minus K square by 100 square, which is 10 power 4. This one also same thing, 1 minus K square by. So if I multiply both, 1 minus K square by 10 power 4 whole square is equals to Q, which is equals to P into 10 power 4 minus K square by 10 power 4 whole square Q. So P into 10 power 4 minus K square whole square is equals to Q into 10 power 8. It looks a little big, but the concept is very simple. Okay, if you increase it by K%, then it is 1 plus K by 100. Decrease it by K%, 1 minus K by 100. And again, K% increase, K% decrease. So all you need to do is you need to solve it algebraically. If you see this coding, it will be 7, 24, 25. The moment you look at 7, 24, 25, you'll be remembering a triplet. We know that it is 7 square plus 24 square is equals to 25 square. 12 square plus 16 square is equals to 20 square. So 16 square plus 63 square. See, the basic triplet that we remember is 2x. If it is x square minus 1, the other one is x square plus 1. If I'm supposed to get 16 here, I'll put x equal to 8. I'll be getting 16. I'll be getting 64. Then after I'll be getting 65. So this is the basic triplet that we remember. This one and the other one is x square minus 1 by 2, x square plus 1 by, apart from the multiples. If you look at 12, 16 and 20, 12, 16 and 20. If you divide it by 4, it will be 3, 4, 5. So this is the original triplet. This one is just a multiple of it. So our answer is 65 based on this formula. That's a very simple one. It's a very simple coding. A 4-digit number n is such that when divided by 3, 5, 6, 9 leaves remainder 1, 3, 4, 7. If the difference between divisors and the reminders is same. It comes to third model of LCM. Where you have to do is take the LCM of these numbers, then do what? -2. If I do LCM of these numbers, I'm getting 90. 90 minus 2, the number format is 88. Then after 180 minus 2, then after it is 178. So these are all the numbers, but he's asking you a 4-digit number and that too a smallest value. So 4-digit number which is divisible by 90 after 1000 is 1080, then you subtract 2. It's going to be 1078. The beauty of this question is even if you don't know the answer, okay, all you can do is you can check it from the option. So all you want is when you divide it by, simply when you divide it by 5, you're supposed to get 3. When you divide it by 5, you're getting 2 here. So these 2 are eliminated. So when you're dividing it by 3, you're supposed to get 1. Like that, you can check it. So this one is perfectly divisible by 3. So even if you eliminate it from the options, the square, okay, you can easily get the answer. You don't need to know the model, whether it is third model of LCM or second model of LCM. You can just check it from the options. Then after we have an inequality question. He's saying B is always greater than E. So when there is B and E, if you look at, so one is greater, one is lesser, then you cannot determine any relation between left and right hand side. There has to be a single greater than or equal to. You should have a relation like this. If B is greater than C is greater than D is greater than E. If you have something like this, then you can determine. But if anything is in between like C and D, you can't determine any relation between B and D. That's a simple thing in inequality. And the next one is saying in the second statement, S is always less than V. S and V is talking about. So only look at S and V. So S is equals to T. So S in place of T, I'm putting S. In place of V, in place of U, I'm putting V. So S is less than or equal to V. So S is always less than V. S is less than V is incorrect because it's only a partly correct. It is less than V or equal to V. Okay, so neither of them is correct. What is the unit digit of the multiplication? It seems to be a very difficult question, but it is, in reality, it is very simple. When 5 is included in the product, there are only 2 options possible. When 5 is included in the product, if I take an even number, then you'll end with 0. If 5 into all the other numbers are odd numbers, then it will end with 5. So when 5 in the multiplication, there are only 2 options possible. That is, one is 5 and the other one is 0. Here, the answer cannot be 0 because there is no even number. And you can't find 0 in the options. So answer is 5. They are giving you the limits for x and y. What is the ratio of the maximum value of x plus y to the minimum value of x minus y? See, when you want x plus y to be maximum, put maximum value of x, put maximum value of y. Then it becomes maximum. When you want minimum value of this one, you take minimum value of this one. Negative means you take maximum for this. Then it becomes minimum. So both you take max and max. So maximum value of x is 8, y is 7. So x plus y maximum value is 15. X minus y minimum value of x is 4. Maximum value of y is 7. So it is -3. So 15 by -3 is -5. But -5 you can't find it in the option. So the ratio is none of the above. This is a simple sequence. It's a repeated series. They've given A, B, then after C, C, then after A dash B triple C, then again dash B, B, C dash C. So by observing the series, okay, you can say that there are 18 numbers, so you can divide them into 6 and 6. And if you observe carefully, it follows A, B, B, then after C, triple C. There is 1A and 2 Bs and 3 Cs. Okay, even if you substitute it from the options, all the 4 options, if you substitute, it will form a logical series. Okay, then the series is A, double B, and triple C. the maximum value of n such that this one is divisible by 35 to the power of n. If 35 to the power of n is 5 power n into 7 power n. So it's asking you how many 5s and how many 7s are there. So you take the minimum. If you want to form a 35, you need 1 5 and 1 7. So whichever is minimum, okay, that will be your answer. So he's asking you number of 5s are minimum and number of 7s are minimum. If you see the numbers, first one is 7, second one is 7 cube, 385, 5 in 35 into 11. This is 5 cube into 2 cube. And 2401 is 7 to the power of 4. So there are a lot of 7s. So you don't need to worry about 7s. All you need to worry about 5. There is 1 5 here. There are 3 5s here. Put together 1 plus 3, there are 4 5s. If you look at 7, 1 7, 3 7s, and 4 7s, and one more 7, there are 8, 9 7s are there. So you don't need to worry about 7. So you only need to look at 5s. And there are only 4 5s. Therefore, you can form 4 35s. So 4 35s means, so maximum value of n is 4. And all you need to have an idea about 2401. 2401 is 49 square, which is 7 to the power of 4. There are a lot of 7s. Or else you can simply divide it by 7 and check. This one is first decreasing, then after increasing gradually. By looking at the sequence, you can find out that it is a sequence of 0.5, 24, x, 12, 18, 36, 90. And this one is an expected series only. So if you are multiplying it with 1.5 here, you're multiplying it with 2, you're multiplying it with 2.5. So here you need to multiply it with 1, here you need to multiply it with 0.5. So 0.5 means it is 12, then after 12. So the answer is 12 here. This one is a mathematical operation question. Okay, I rated it as easy because even if you don't know anything, you substitute all the options. Then you will end up with an answer. Okay, when you are substituting the options, suppose S is nothing but division. Okay, you can divide 60 divided by 15 and so on like that. Even if you substitute it from the first, you'll end up with the second answer, which is 60. Q means minus 15. Then after R means multiplication, 3. Then after P means plus 20. Finally divided by 4. So we follow the BODMAS or else division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. First division, then after multiplication. Then after addition and subtraction, you can do it simultaneously. So 60 minus 45 plus 5. So it is 15 plus 5, ending up with 20. So you follow BODMAS rule and apply all the options. Okay, even if you don't apply all the options, first and second answer only you're getting it. So this is very much doable. Even if you spend 1 to 1.5 minutes, it is very much doable. And this one is a standard pattern. If you take 11 square, 121. If you take triple one square, it is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and so on like that. So you have up to 9. So it is the square of 1 comes 9 times, whole square. So then how many digits does the number n have? So number n will have 9 digits. N is a natural number. So here this natural number is also important. Natural numbers start from 1. So n you can substitute from 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the remainder when divided by 4? What is the distinctive divisors he is asking? See, it is always 1. It is 2 power n, 4. If I substitute n is equals to 1, then it is 3 by 4 means you're getting 3 as a remainder. Substitute n is equals to 2. I'll be getting 5 by 4. Thereafter, n is equals to 3, 9 by 4. If n is equals to more than 1, which means 2, 3, 4, it is perfectly divisible. So you'll be getting 1 is the remainder when n is greater than 2. So when n is greater than or equal to 2, remainder is 1. When n is equals to 1, remainder is 3. So there are only two distinct reminders. So that is 1 and 3 only. So answer is two distinct reminders you have. Let P is equals to Q be a 3-digit number, then what is the HCF of P and 481? See, when a 3-digit number, for example, if I take 222, you can write it as 2 into 111. When it is 333, you can write as 3 into 111. Okay. So Q can be written as Q into 111. This is Q, which is Q into 3 into 37. And 481, take it in 37 table only, because that is what we have a doubt of. Then again, you have 111. 111 is 3 is. So 37 into 13. So you can find out the HCF between these two. One is 37 and 37. So the answer is 37. Question number 50. 3 teams P, Q, R participated in the tournament in which the team plays with one other exactly once. A win fetches a team 2 points, under draw 1 point. A team gets no point for a loss. Each team scored exactly 1 goal in the tournament. The team P got 3 points, Q got 2 points, R got 1 point. Which of the following statements are correct? So P, Q, R. So I would say the number of points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. So P is 1 win, 1 draw. So win means definitely you must have scored a goal. 1 goal, 0 goal here. Q must be 1 loss or 1 draw. If I take it like this, draw and draw, you'll be getting 2 points. And there is 1 draw, there is 1 loss. So you're doing 1 goal, 0 goals. Draw, if I match it, it is 0 goal, but 1 goal. 1 goal, I'll be getting 1 loss is nothing but 0 goals. So I'm taking 1 goal here, 1 goal here, 1 goal. So if I take P and Q, the match is draw and it is 0-0. If I take it P and R, P won. It's P won. So it is 1-0. 1 goal to 0. And in between R and Q, both it is a draw, but both of them goal 1 and 1. Okay. So if you look at it like this, 1 goal and 1 goal, but it is draw. A match is draw. So in between R and Q. So the result of the match between P and Q is a draw with a score 0-0. So you can say it is 0-0, that is correct. The number of goals scored by R against Q is 1. R against Q, number of goals scored is 1. So both the statements are correct here. In any other manner, you won't get the sufficient points here. P is a brother of Q. P is a brother of Q. We don't know the gender of Q, okay? And R. S is R's mother. So S is mother of all of them. And T is P's father. So T is the husband of S. So these are parents and these are children. And their children. So which of the following, how many of the statements are definitely true? S and T are couple. You can say S and T are couple, that is true. Q is T's son. Q, we don't know the gender, so you can't say whether it is son or daughter. So we're not sure about it. T is Q's father. We know about T. T is Q's father. Here, this one represent male. Circle represent a female. S is P's mother. As you can say that. R is T's daughter. R, we don't know whether it is daughter or son. P is his son. P is a son. So you can say that. So only 4 are correct. So it's a simple blood relation question. If no is coded as 210, it is a 14th alphabet and 15th alphabet. The relation between 14 and 15 and 210 is 14 into 15 is 210. And T is ordered. Into 20, if I do it, it will be 4,200. And then after E is added, into 5, if I do it, this one is T, this one is E. If I do into 5, I'll be getting 21,000. So then after S is added, S is 19. 19 into 1 is 19. 19 2 is 38. 38 in 38 plus 1 is 39. 3 zeros as it is. Therefore, it is 3,99,000. So simply it is multiplication. The coding is very simple. You need to multiply the respective numbers which are associated with the digit. This you call it as a direct coding. France is coded as 654321 and Germany is coded as 9158437. See here, E, if you look at it, is 1. So you call it as a direct coding. You see A is coded as 4. Y is coded as 7. So Yemen, code for Y is 7, code for E is 1, code for E is 1, code for M is 8, then after finally 3. So it is 71813. X can complete 1/3 of a certain work in 6 days. Therefore, X complete the whole work in 18 days. Y can complete 1/3 of the work in 8 days. 1/3 is 8 days means 24 days. Z can complete 3/4. 3/4 in 12 days means one work in 16 days. The LCM of all these things is 144. You take it. Your 1 day work is, it is 8, it is 6, this one is 9. All of them working together for n days. If you combine everything, it will be 14 plus 9, 23. N days they are working. After that, X and Z quitting. Y alone finishes the remaining work. Now Y alone is working. That is with the efficiency 6. It is working for 8 2 by 3, which is 26 by 3 to complete 144 units. So 23N is equals to 144 minus 52, which is going to be 92. So N is equals to 4 days. It's a straightforward question from time and work. What is X in the sequence? 1, 3, 6, 11, 18, X and 42. Look at the difference. It is simply increasing. It's plus 2. It's plus 3. It is plus 5. It is plus 7. These are prime numbers for sure. You try with plus 11 and plus 13. Plus 11 is 29. Plus 13 is 42. So it is exactly matches. So therefore, the sequence follows the different series, but these are prime numbers. The certain code language 64 is written as 343. We know 64 is 4 cube is written as 7 cube. 6 cube is written as 9 cube. Then 5 and 2 is 8 cube, which is written as plus 3, 11 cube. 11 cube is 1331. So it's a very easy, simple coding. The average of 3 numbers P, Q, R is K. P is as much more than the average as Q is less than the average than the value of R. See here. If one number is P is as much more than the K, okay, as Q is less than the average. So if suppose P is something, the difference between P and, okay, P, and if you look at cube. We take number like 1, 2, 3. Any numbers in the arithmetic sequence satisfy this condition. He's saying the difference between first and the average, second and the average. Third and the average is same. So this one is 1 less, this one is 1 more. So the average becomes the middle number. So here the middle number is R. So with that property, you can say R is equals to simply K. Okay, you take any numbers which are in arithmetic progression, it works out. So how much less than the average? It is 2 less than the average, it is 2 more than the average. Therefore, the average is what? 4 here. Okay, so that is the middle number. Here the middle number is R. It's a simple basic of average. Answer is K there. Look at the moderate questions. Team X scored a total of n runs in 20 overs. Team Y tied the score in 10% less overs. If suppose the run rate, if I take it as for X run rate, if I take it as X and Y run rate, if I take it as Y, 20 into X, this is the total run scored by X. And this fellow covered it in 10% less means it is covered in 18 overs only, 18 into Y. So this one is given. Here X is the run rate of X, Y is the run rate of Y. Had X average run rate had been 50% higher, 20X, if X run rate had been to 50% higher, which is 3 by 2 of Y, which is 150% of Y, 50% higher, the scores would have been tied in 12 overs. It's tied in 12 overs. 2 ones are 2 6. So again 6 3 is 18. So it's a redundant. It's like, okay, it's already given. The information is already given. So you can say 20X is equals to 18Y only. So this statement is useless. He's only saying if it is 50% higher, this will be 12 overs. So obviously if it is 50% increase, then the over decreases by 33.33, 1/3 decrease. So 1/3 of 18 is nothing but 12 overs only. That is the useless information according to this one. So both means the same only. Okay, how many runs was scored by team X? So just because we have 20X is equals to 18Y, which is 10X is equals to 9Y. You can't exactly say, okay, how many runs X scored and how many runs Y scored. There are different scores possible by X and Y. Okay, so the answer is cannot be determined with the given information. A solid cube is painted yellow on all its faces. The cube then cut into 60 smaller but equal pieces. He's saying 60 smaller but equal pieces. When you're doing it 60 smaller but equal pieces, they are not cubes. You're cutting them into equal pieces. Okay. And a cube, you can only divide it into a perfect cube numbers. If you're dividing it into 60 smaller pieces, you are dividing it into a cuboids by making the minimum number of cuts. If you want to make the minimum number of cuts, express 60 into a product whose difference is less. And we all know that 60 can be written as 3 into 4 into 5. And the number of cuts, if you want to make it as 3, you need to make 2 cuts. 4, you need to make 3 cuts. 5, you need to make it 4 cuts. Therefore, the number of cuts are 9 cuts. This is a cube. If you want to make 60, here you apply 3 cuts. Here you apply 4 cuts. Here you apply 5 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that you'll be able to divide it into 60 pieces. Okay. So along the length, the breadth, the height. So this is what you have to look at. Along one axis, x-axis 3 cuts, y-axis 5 cuts, z-axis 4 cuts. So 3, 4, 5 cuts you do it, not cuts, cubes. So if you want to make 3 parts, then you have to do 2 cuts. Look at the 2 cuts here. This is cut 1, cut 2. Or concentrate on this particular one. This one, this one, this one. Here 1, 2, 3 cuts. Then after 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. 1, 2. So 2 cuts along one axis, 4 cuts, 3 cuts. So this is what I'm saying, 2 cuts, 3 cuts, 4 cuts. Put together, minimum number of cuts required is 9 cuts. The number of smaller pieces which are not painted on any of the face. So all you need to do is you just remove the top layer. If I remove the top layer, it appears like top layer means you subtract 2. So it is 1, 4 minus 2, it is 2, 5 minus 2, it is 3. So there are 6 cubes which are inside, which is completely colorless. A price of petrol shot up by 10% as a result of the hike in crude oil prices. The price of a petrol before the hike was 90 per liter. A person travels 2,200 kilometers every month and his car gives a mileage of 16 kilometer per liter. How many kilometers should he reduce to travel? It's simple. If you are increasing, if the price is increased, automatically you cut the number of kilometers and the distance you decrease it. If it increases by 10%, 10% means 1 by 10 increase. According to percentages, the decrease is 1 by 11 because 10% means 11 by 10 increase. And the reciprocal of 11 by 10 is 10 by 11. So which is nothing but 1 by 11, the decrease in the kilometers. If I decrease it by 1 by 11, so 2200 by 11 gives you 200. So 200 kilometers you need to decrease. 10% increase is 1 by 10 increase. The equivalent is 1 by 11 decrease. So simply you decrease 1 by 11th of 2200, which is 200 kilometers. Consider the first 100 natural numbers. How many of them are not divisible by any of 2, 3, 5, 7, 9? So these are the first 4 numbers. 9 is useless for us because if it is not divisible by 3, it won't be divisible by 9 for sure. Okay, so you don't need to take 9 into consideration. So we need to know the properties of prime numbers here. There are less than 100, there are 25 primes. And these are not divisible by any of the numbers. So out of which 4 numbers is already given. Okay, how many of them are not divisible by? 2, 3, 5, 7. So except these 4, you take the remaining 25 primes. These remaining 21 primes will not be divisible by any of these 2, 3, 5, 7. All the other numbers will be definitely divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7. So you can say the answer is 21 primes. Here you need to know that 1 to 100 you have 25 primes. And you don't need to take the first 4 primes because it is already given the 2, 3, 5, 7. It must not be divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7. So you can't take 2, 3, 5, 7 because they are divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7. So remaining 21 primes. But in the exam, don't count all the all the prime numbers. You must be handy with the information that you have 25 primes in 100. Let both p and k be prime numbers such that p square plus k is also a prime number less than 30. What is the number of possible values of k? If you take p, what is p square and what is the value of k? Suppose p is 2, p square is 4. P and k both are prime numbers and p square plus k is also a prime number. So we know less than 30. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. These are the prime numbers we have. So 4 plus, I can take 3. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 7 also I can take it. 4 plus 11 I can't take it. 4 plus 13 also I can take it. 4 plus 17 is 21. 4 plus 19 I can take it. 4 plus 23 I can't. 29 I can't. So when p value is 2, there are 4 values possible. When p value is 3, it won't be possible. So again, if p value is 3, 9. So 9 plus 2 is 11. So I can take k value as 2. Then no other odd number gives you a prime number. Okay. So if suppose p value is 5, 5 square is 25. 25 plus 2 also you will try, but 25 plus 2 gives you 27. It is not a prime number. And I can't take 7 square because it exceeds 30. So there are how many possibilities? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after 5, where p square plus k is also prime. So there are 5 possibilities. P and Q walk along the circular track. They start at 5 a.m. from the same point in the opposite directions. P walk at an average speed of 5 rounds per hour and Q walks at an average speed of 3 rounds per hour. Let the distance be x kilometers. Speed of P is 5x. Speed of Q is 3x. Relative speed is 8x because they are traveling in the opposite direction. All I can say is the time it takes for them to meet is x by 8x, which is 1 by 8th of an hour, which is 7.5 minutes. So if they start at 5, they meet at 5 hours, 7.5 minutes, 5 hours, 15 minutes, 5 hours, 22.5 minutes, and so on like that. And if you take it in totally 5 to 7, they'll meet 16 times. Out of these 16 times, first one is excluded, second one is excluded because he is asking what? In 1 hour, 8 times means in 2 hours, they'll meet 16 times. 5:20 to 5:07. Okay, 7 o'clock means obviously between 5 a.m. and 8. So I'll take it as it is 5:07 is neglected and 5 hours, 15 minutes also neglected. So if I take it 5:20 to 7 a.m., they'll be meeting 14 times. So how many times will they cross each other between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m.? If 7 a.m. is not included, then the answer is 13. But if 7 a.m. is included, then the answer is 14. So I'm taking it as 14 because I'm including 7 a.m. also, even though if I ask it between. So if you take exact words between, then the answer might be 13 as well. A tram overtakes two persons, X and Y, walking at an average speed of 3 kilometers per hour and 4 kilometers per hour, the same direction, and completely passes them in 9 seconds and 10 seconds, respectively. What is the length of train? So the speed of X, 3 kilometer, 4 kilometer, same direction means, okay, you can take it as speed minus 3, speed minus 4. But the time taken is 8 seconds, time taken is 9 seconds. When two timings and the difference between the speeds are given, the formula is distance is equals to T1, T2 by T1 minus T2 into difference in speeds. So T1, T2 is 8 into 9, the difference is 1, and the difference between the speeds is 1. But this is in kilometer per hour. Change it into meter per second, 5 by 18. 9 ones are 9 twos are 2 ones are 2 fours are. Therefore, 4 fives are 20. So only by using this simple formula, you can find out the answer. But knowing the formula is a little bit different or difficult. That is the reason I've kept it in moderate. Otherwise, it will be an easy question. This question is from time and work, but this one is a little bit calculative. Okay, I don't call it tough, but okay, it is a little bit calculative. 20 pipes can fill 70%. 70% in 14 minutes means 100% in 20 minutes. That too, 20 pipes means I'll take each pipe 400 minutes. That is A. When it comes to B, or I'll say X, I'll come to Y. 10 pipes fill 3 by 8 in 6 minutes. 3 by 8 in 6 minutes means complete in 16 minutes and 10 pipes. Therefore, 160 minutes. Each pipe 160 minutes. Z, 16 pipes can empty half of the tank in 20 minutes. Full tank in 40 minutes. 40 into 16 pipes. 640 minutes. That is each pipe. So these are efficiency of each pipes. I'm taking it down to a single pipe. So take the LCM of 400, 160 and 64, especially looking at 40, 16 and 64. I'll get 320, but another 0 extra. 408 and 20 5. Now take if half of the pipes of X, half of the pipes of X means 10 pipes of X. Only half, okay, are working, and half of the pipes of Y are open. Half of the pipes of X are closed means half of are open, which means 10X is open. Then half of Y are open. Half of Y means 5Y. Then all the pipes Z are open. All Z are open. All Z means how many Zs are there? 16 Z are there. Then do 50% of the tank. 50% of the tank is 1600 only. But here Z is a negative one. So take negative. So take 8 into 1080, 5 into 20, 16 into negative 5. So how many minutes it will take? To 2 on 1600. Minus 80 plus 80 cancel. 100 into 2 is 1600. Therefore, T is equals to 16 minutes. Like that, you can do it. You can do it a little bit simple also by taking only half and half. What is 489th digit in the number? And the number is clearly like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on up to 9. Then after 10, 11, 12, and so on. We know 1 to 9, there are 9 digits used. 10 to 99, there are 90 digits used. 90 into 2, 180 digits used. So I would say 180 plus 9, 189. Out of 489, if I take 189, there are 300 digits left. Each one is a 3-digit number. 300 digits means how many 3-digit numbers you have? 100 3-digit numbers. 100 3-digit numbers. So you write 100 3-digit numbers starting from 100. So to 99, you add 100 3-digit numbers. That is 199. So this line ends with 199. So this is going to be your 489th digit. So 489th digit is going to be 189. 199. There exists a natural number which, when increased by 50%, can have its number of factors unchanged. Increase of 50% means 3 by 2 of n. There exists a natural number when increased by 150%. 150% increase means 250%, which is 5 by 2 of the number. Obviously, see, if I assume n as suppose 7 into 2, okay, this n I can assume it as 5, 7 into 2. This is 14. 14 has some factors, 7 into 2. You can say 4 factors. This 2 get cancelled. 3 into 7 is also 21, also same number of factors. 2 get cancelled. Therefore, 35 also same number of factors. So you are simply replacing 2 and you're putting 3. That is very much possible. So simply you are replacing 2 and you're putting 5. That is very much possible. Okay. So you take n, which consists only 1, 2. In that place, you can put 1, 5 and 1, 7, 1, 3. You have lot of numbers like this. So both of them are correct only. There are 7 places A, B, C, D, E, F, G. City connected by various roads. So if you take out A, B, A, C, C, D, D, E, B, F, E, G, F, G. A is 6 kilometers south of B. So A is south of B. So you draw it like this. That is A is south of B, 6 kilometers. Then after A is 10 kilometers west of C. So C is east. D is 5 kilometers east of E. E east is D, 5. We'll attach it later. C is 6 kilometers north of D. C is north means D is south, that is 6 kilometers. F is 9 kilometers west of B. 9 kilometers west of B, that is F. F is 12 kilometers north of G. 12 kilometers means you came to a ground level. That is G. Okay. D is 5 kilometers east. So you can take it as 5. You can connect this. So he's asking you a person travel from D to F through these roads. So you can connect this also. This is 9 plus 10. 19 means this will be 14. You're traveling from D to F. So 6, 10, 6, 9. Put together, you'll be having 19 horizontal, 12 vertical. So totally 31. So here also 19 horizontal, 12 vertical, totally 31. So you're traveling 31 kilometers. What is the remainder when 9q plus 9 power 4 and so on up to 9 power 100? divided by 6. We know 9 power anything when divided by 6 ends with 3. Or else you apply the formula of geometric progression also, you will get it. But I'm telling you in a simple format. Okay. Every case you get remainder 3. And there are how many 3s are there? 98 3s divided by 6. So perfectly divisible. So there is nothing left in the denominator, which means the numerator is perfectly divisible by 6. Therefore, the remainder is 0. Or else you can use sum of numbers in the geometric progression, then also it will be divisible by 6. The question is followed by two statements, 1 and 2. Consider the question and statement, mark the correct answer. How is Q related to P? Q is asking, P has two sisters, R and S. R and S are sisters. So genders of R and S are given. That is statement 1. R's father is brother of Q. Okay, R's father. R's father, we don't know who is he, but he's a brother of Q. Brother means I'll put a single line. But nowhere it is given the gender of Q is not mentioned. So gender of Q is not mentioned. So you can't say who is actually Q even if you use both the statements. The question cannot be answered even by using this statement because you don't know the gender of Q. So how is Q related to P? We don't know whether Q is a male or a female. If it is male, you can say uncle. If it is female, you can say aunt. But we don't have the enough information to say this. So the answer is, I'm putting it as D. In a football match, team P playing Q was behind by 3 goals. Okay. In 10 minutes remaining. Does the P win the match is asking. P playing against Q was behind by 3 goals. P playing against Q was behind by 3 goals. So you can say the number of goals Q and P, 3 goals. The meaning is, if suppose P is having 1 goal, then Q will be scoring 4. Like that. That's what he's saying. So in last 10 minutes, anything can happen. Look at the statement 1. Team P scored 4 goals in last 10 minutes. Okay. So in last 10 minutes, team P scored 4 goals in last 10 minutes. It doesn't mean we don't, okay, Q scored nothing. Q must have scored, okay, some goals in the last one. So statement 2, the Q scored total of 4 goals in the match. Okay. So overall 4 goals in the match. Right. So if I take overall 4, then we don't know how many goals P scored. So P P must have scored only 2 goals in the last. When you're looking at the statement 1, don't look at the data in the statement 2. If you're looking at statement 2, don't look at the data in statement 1. So if you look at statement 1, we don't know about Q. If you look at statement 2, you don't know about P. Okay. But if you combine both, it will be very much clear, okay, that P scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. Okay. And Q scored a total of 4 goals in the match. So you can say Q is only 4. Right? Before 10 minutes, what happened? P scored only 1 goal because 4 minus 1 is 3. But in last 10 minutes, what happened? P scored 4 more goals, therefore 5. Therefore, you can say that the winner is P, but only if you combine both the statements. So the answer is answered by using both the statement together, but not individually. Okay. So when you're looking at statement 1, don't look at the data in statement 2. When you're looking at statement 2, don't look at the data in statement 1. 74, he's giving you P plus Q whole square minus 4PQ, where PQ are natural numbers. Is P positive, he's asking, or this one is positive? We know that P square plus Q square plus 2PQ minus 4PQ. So I can say P square plus Q square minus 2PQ, which is nothing but P minus Q whole square. He's asking, is it positive? It can be positive, it can be 0. It is positive when P is greater than Q or P is less than Q. Anything it is positive. It is 0 only if P is equals to Q. So clearly statement 1, statement 2. If you know that if statement 1 also you can do it, statement 2 also you can do it. But you should know that whether the relation between P and Q, you should know that it is not is equals to Q. Okay, then you can say it is positive. It is not positive only when p equal to q. So you can answer by using first statement, or else you can answer by using second statement. The question can be answered by using one of the statement alone, but not the other. No. The question can be on either statement alone is the correct option. You can answer it by using first, you can answer it by using second also. In T20 cricket matches, three players X, Y, Z scored a total of 37 runs. The ratio of the number of runs scored by X to the number of runs scored by Y is equal to X to Y is equals to Y to Z. So X by Y is equals to Y by Z. So XZ is equals to Y square. So you need to put the square number in between. For example, if it is 2, 2 square is 4. Look at the factors. 3 square is 9. Look at the factors. If I take 4, 4 square is 16. You can take it as 1 and 16 and 2 and 14 or something like that. 5, 1 and 25. You can interchange them also. It can be here and there. So like that you can do it. So totally they are scoring what? You can take the multiples. For example, if it is 3, it is 9, it is 27. We are getting 37 runs. You can take, then after you can take the multiples of this. So overall they scored 37 runs is given. 3, 9, 27. Okay, put together is 37. You can also take it as 27, 9, 3. Can be X, Y, Z. You can write it in both the ways. Therefore, okay, you don't know X value, Y value, Z value, or X value, Y value, Z value. Even if you don't arrive at the conclusion, you can say either X can be greater or Z can be greater. You can write it interchangeably. Okay. Therefore, the relation cannot be determined. It is an insufficient data. So the answer is D. Understand? If X is 3, Y is 9, Y and Z 27. So it is 1 is to 3, 1 is to 3. You can also take it as 27, 9 and 9 and 3. So then you will get 3 is to 1, 3 is to 1. So both of them are true only. So simply if you understand that relation, then you can say the answer is value 1 and value 3 can be interchangeable. P plus Q is equals to 10 when P and Q are integers. Maximum value of P into Q. See, P into Q is maximum when P is equals to Q. It is maximum when P and Q are positive integers means it is when P and Q is 5. Maximum value of P and Q again when P and Q is equals to 5 only. Because he says P is greater than or equal to minus 6, Q is greater than or equal to minus 5. So it is only become maximum when P is equals to 5, Q is equals to 5. So in both the value, first value is also 25, second one is also 25 only. So value 1 is equals to value 2, you can say. Minimum value of the average of the numbers of the set when they are consecutive integers greater than minus 5, greater than or equal to negative 5. Negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minimum value will be what? So you're not taking negative now. So it will be these 5 values cancelled by these 5 values. Minimum value will be 0. If you take it from minus 6, it's another story, but you're taking it from minus 5. So take as many negatives as possible to make the average negative. Okay, but you're taking minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So average becomes what? Sum becomes 0, average also becomes 0. That's a minimum value. Minimum value of the product of the numbers of the set when they are consecutive non-negative integers. See, when they are non-negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can take it. But this will be 1 to 10 also, the product is huge. Non-negative means not negative, but you can take 0. So when 0 is included in the product, then it becomes 0. So first case also minimum value is 0. Second case also minimum value is 0. So the answer is value 1 is equals to value 2. Both are zeros. In between 0 and 1, so you better take 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3 values. 0 0.1 square is greater than 0 0.1 cube. This is correct. 0 0.1 is greater than 0. Root of 0 0.1. This is incorrect. Because if you take 0.25, root of 0.25, the root of 0.25 is greater. Okay, other than 0.25. Therefore, first one is correct, second one is wrong. Okay, so when numbers are in between 0 to 1, You must remember root x is greater than x is greater than x square is greater than x cube and so on. The difference between any two natural numbers is 10. What can be said about the natural numbers which are divisible by 5 lies in between these two numbers. If I take it 1 to 10, there is only one number which is divisible by 5. But if I take it as 2 to 11, okay, then there are two numbers because one is 5, another one is 10. So you can say it can be one number or it can be two number. You can't say only one number, only two numbers. This is false, this is false. There can be more than one such numbers. So can be is a safe statement. So there can be more than one means it can be one or more. Okay. Some cases it will be one, some cases it will be two. Now these are the difficult questions. A natural number n is such that it can be expressed as n is equals to p plus q plus r, where p plus q plus r are distinct factors of n. How many numbers below 50 have this property? So first of all, you need to take n value as more than 3, not even more than 3 because these are distinct. Distinct means P, Q, R. If P is 1, Q is 2, R is 3. So the minimum value will be 6. And this happened to be the factors of 6. So luckily you're getting 6 is equals to 1 plus 2 plus 3 and these are the factors of 6. Once if you get this, then after you can take all the multiples of 6. Okay, you can take 12, you can take 18 and so on up to 48. There are 8 multiples of 6 which is true because you multiply it with 2, it is 2, it is 4, it is 6. So this is the pattern which is in this format. If you know this pattern, then you can easily solve it even though it is difficultly rated. Okay, so no other number will be in this format. If I take suppose 22, you'll write half of 22 as 11 and the other two factors has to form 11. So the factors of 22 cannot form 11, other two factors. Is one factor is 11, other two factors you can see 1, 2, 11, 22. These are the factors. This will not form 22. Okay, so you can't express. The only number you can express is 6 or multiples of 6. Therefore, there are 8 numbers in that way. If I take it as 18 multiplied by 3, 3, 6, 9, and so on like that. 3 prime numbers PQR, each less than 20, are such that P minus Q is equals to Q minus R. How many distinct possible values we get for P plus Q plus R? Distinct values. And he's saying 2Q is equals to P plus R, which means Q is the average. Or else you can say the difference is same, PQR in arithmetic progression. Okay, so you want the Q to be distinct value. Okay, and all of them are in arithmetic sequence. So write down all the prime numbers. And you want to be Q to be distinct. You need to take 3 numbers which are in arithmetic progression and you want the middle number to be unique. Okay, because if the middle number is unique, the sum is unique because sum is always 3Q. Because P plus R is equals to what? 3Q. So their sum is equals to 3Q. So I want the unique Q value. First of all, I'll take these 3 numbers, 3, 5, 7. If I take 5 in between, 3 and 7, I can take it. If I take 7 in between, 7 minus 2 plus 2 is not, but minus 4 plus 4 is, I can. 3 and 11. I can't put 3 in between, 2 in between. 5 is possible, 7 is possible. Can I put 11 in between? 11 minus 4, 11 plus 4, not possible. 11 minus 2, 11 plus 2, not possible. But 11 minus 6 is 5. 11 plus 6 is 17. Okay, that is possible. 13, 13 minus 2 plus 2, not possible. 13 minus 4 plus 4 is not possible. 13 minus 6 plus 6 is possible. 13 minus 6 is 7. 13 plus 6 is 19. Can I put 17? 17 minus 2, 15, not possible. 17 minus 4 plus 4. Plus 4 means it is exceeding 20. So you can't. So the unique values, the unique sum are 15, 21, 33, 39. Even though you can put multiple pairs here, you don't need to spend more time. You need a unique value of q in between. So you can put 5 in between, 7 in between, 11 in between, 13 in between. So there are 4 pairs possible. There may be more than 4 pairs, but if 11 in between in 2 pairs, for example, 3, 7, 11, 7 minus 6, 7 minus 4 I have taken. 11 you take it. 11 minus 9 or 11 minus this one is 6. 11 minus 8 is 3. 11 plus 8 is 19. I can take this pair also. But the sum is anyway 33 only. So I want the unique sum. So there are only 4 pairs which will give you the unique sum. So answer is, you can say it as 4. How many possible values of P, Q, R satisfying P plus Q plus R is equals to 1? P and Q or R are natural number, not necessarily distinct. It can be same also. So 1 by P plus 1 by Q plus 1 by R is equals to 1. And they are natural numbers. Okay. Therefore, you can take it as, first you take P value as 2. 2 means it is already 0.5 and the sum should be 0.5. That should be kept in mind. Okay. 0.5 can be achieved by taking 1 by 3, 1 by 6. Put 1 by 3, then after 1 by 6. That is the only way you can achieve 0.5. Okay. Then after, you can put P is equals to 3. 1 by 3. You can't put 1 by 2 and 1 by, okay. You can put 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Because 0.33, 0.33, 0.331. Always try to put it in the descending order or equal. When you're putting x, y, z, it should be less. It should be less. Like that you try to put it. 0.3 means it will not be more than 0.3. It should be less than 0.3, less than 0.3 or equal to 0.3. P is equals to 4. For 0.2, 1 by 3 you put. That's fine. For point P is equals to 2, you put 1 by 2. 1 by 4 also you do it. 1 by 4 is 0.25. It is 1 by 4. So the pairs are 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 6. See, it is less. It is less. Less than or equal it should be. Then after you try 1 by 4, 1 by 4. So 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. The sum is 1. 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. The sum is 1. 1 by 2, you can't take 0.5, 1. Okay, 1 by 1.5. If I take it 0.7. 0.7 means the rest of it is 0.3. So you can't make the sum as 1. So there are no other fraction which will give you the perfect value. So you can leave it. So the possible pairs are these 3 pairs. The first one is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 6. I'm taking it as less or equal. Then after 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Then after 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. That's it. If I take 1 by 4, this is 0.25. Less than this or equal to this. Even if you take equal to this, 0.25, 25, 25 will be up to 0.75 only. So there are only 3 pairs possible. It's difficult to understand a bit. There are n sets of numbers having only 3 positive integers with LCM is equal to 1001 and the HCF equal to 1. See, 1001 is nothing but 7 into 11 into 13. You need 3 numbers in such a way that their HCF is what? 1 and their LCM is 1001. See, even if I take 111001, 3 positive numbers he mentioned, but whether they are same or not, he didn't say. So LCM is still 1001, HCF is 1. I can take 171001. I can take 111001. I can take 1131001. I can take 71113. I can also take 1771001. I can take 177 now. This I can take 91 1001. I can take 143 1001. I can take multiple pairs. I can also take 77 7 13 because 17 111 113. But they should not be common in all of them. Okay. If I take 13 into 11, I'll take 11, I'll take 7 like this. Common in 2 pairs is okay. but they should not be common in all the three pairs. So you can write n number of sets like that. Okay, there are a lot of sets. So you can say the sets are more than 8. PQR be a 3-digit number, PPT be a 3-digit number, and PS be a 2-digit number where PQRST are distinct non-zero digits. Further, PQR minus PS. See, I'm writing it like PQR is equals to PPT plus PS. See, P means P into 100, P into 100, you can cancel. You can say QR is equals to PT plus PS. I said Q equal to 3. 3R is equals to PT plus PS. If you're getting 30 change, it should be definitely 1, 1. So 10 and 10. So if I take the 10 and 10 out, so P is equals to 1, Q is equals to 3. So if I take the 10 and 10 out, 20 will be subtracted. Therefore, it is 1R. P is 10. So it is like 1T plus 1S. 1T means 10 plus T. 1S means 10 plus S. So you are subtracting this 10 and 10. So 20 is subtracted from 30 plus R. So you're getting 1R is equals to T plus S. So finally 10 plus R is equals to T plus S. This one we are getting, and T value is less than 6. So 10 plus R T plus S. Less than 6 means how many values are possible? 5, 4, 3 is not possible. 2, 1 is also not possible. So these are the possible values. And how many possible values were possible for S and R is R, you have to see now. It should exceed. It should exceed 10. So 6, if I keep it, it is not possible because 5 plus 6 is 11. I can't take R value as 1 because 1 and 3 is already taken. So can I take 7? 5 plus 7 is 12. So I can take it. Can I take 8? 5 plus 8 is 3. I can't take it. 5 plus 9 is 4. I can take it. Okay. So here two values possible. 4. 4 plus 7 is 1. I can't take it. 4 plus 8 is 2. 2 I can take it. 4 plus 9 is 3. I can't take it. Then after 2, if t value is 2, s value is 9, but 9 plus 1, 9 plus 2 is 1. 1 I can't take it. So these are the distinct pair for R and S. So if R S is 7, R is 5 plus 7, 2. When S is 9, R can be 5 plus 9 is 14. When S is sorry, when S is 8, R can be what? 4 plus 8, 2. So you can take it like this. So there are 3 pairs possible. Only 3 distinct pairs possible. A 5-digit number P, Q, R, S, T, all the distinct digits is such that T is not equal to 0. P is thrice of T. P is 3 times of T. S is greater than Q by 4. While Q is greater than R by 3. So S, Q, R. If R is X, it is X plus 3. This is X plus 7. How many such 5-digit numbers are possible? Okay, if it is Y, it is 3Y. So let's start with it is not 0. So if it is 1, it is 3. If it is 2, it is 6. It is 3, it is 9. It can be 0. If it is 0, it is 3, it is 7. If it is 1, it is 4, it is 8. If it is 2, it is 6, it is 9. That's it. So see how many unique pairs we have. 730, if I take it, I can't take 31. I can take this. I can't take because 33 will not be there. Distinct digit should be there. So there is only one pair possible. What is it? The middle one. Then after 841, you can't take this. You can take this. You can take this because 84193 is possible. 96231 is okay. 6 and 6 I can't take it. 9 and 9 I can't take it. So there are only 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 possibilities you can see. Therefore, the answer is 4 possibilities. If I can write an example. P, Q, R, S, T. So P is 3, Q is 3. So sorry, P is 6 for the first one. Then after R, Q is 3, R is 0, S is 7, then T is 2. This is one example of this combination. So there are 4 combinations like that. What is a one-digit number having exactly 4 distinct factors? Okay. What is the smallest one-digit 4 factors? Not 1, 2 is having only 2 factors, 3 is having 2 factors, 4 is having 3 factors, 5 is having 2 factors, 6 is having 4 factors. 6 has 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 6. So these are the 4 factors that 6 has. Okay. Therefore, you don't need statement 1 and statement 2. You can directly say the smallest, smallest digit or smallest one-digit number which is having 4 factor is 6 without using any of the statements. So the answer is the question can be answered even without using any of the statement. It is partly difficult and partly easy. Okay, so you can consider it as easy also. When you know how to find out the factors, it will be very easy, but it will be very confusing. Okay, statement 1 and statement 2 are the traps. Okay, so the answer is you can answer even without using any of the statements. Now this one is the last question. PQRS with distinct non-zero digits. If PP into PQ is equals to RRSS. Here, I can write a number PP as P into 11. Okay, because 22 can be written as 2 into 11, 33 can be written as 3 into 11, and so on. And I can also write RRSS as 11 into R0S. So write it like that, P into 11. So if I write it like that, look at the given thing. So he is giving you PP into PQ is equals to RRSS. I can write it as P into 11. PQ is equals to 11 into R0S because it is 11 R's are, then 0, 11 S are. So 11, 11 cancel. So it is like P into PQ is equals to R0S. See, if it is P is 1, 1 into 1Q will not exceed 100. 2 into 2Q will not exceed. 3 into 3Q, it will exceed only when Q is 4. 4 into 4, but it will be Q is less than or equal to 3. So P must be definitely 3 and R must be definitely R. Sorry, Q definitely 4. Then only it become 102. So without any statements, you are able to say that 3 into 34 equal to 102. You don't need R value, you don't need S value to say so. So this question itself you can answer by using only this one. Because these two conditions are enough for us to say that P is 3, Q is 4. Then 3 into 34 is equals to 102. P cannot be 4. Therefore, only 3 you have to check it because 3 into 32 also you put, 3 into 31 also you put, it will be less than 100. So only 34 gives me more than 100. So that is the reason Q is equals to 4, P is equals to 3. So you don't need to use the statement 1 and statement 2 to answer this. Okay. So thank you everyone.